You want to be one of the cool guys? Buy my merch.
What's going on, guys? We've been away for a couple of weeks. The UFC is back this Saturday in Newark, New Jersey. Not New York, Newark, New Jersey. And Murad Dvalishvili is fighting Sean O'Malley for the second time. Immediate rematch, like a 9-month immediate rematch, but it's an immediate rematch. Well, for Sean O'Malley, he gets the immediate rematch. Yeah, we had some injuries in the last time. We'll talk about that fight last time. It's a bit annoying because it's UFC 316. Like, there should be some sort of like homage to Stone Cold Steve Austin. Like, the event should be in Austin. They should have Stone Cold Steve Austin there, and they should have some sort of appearance from Stone Cold. You know, that'd be pretty cool. Like, he should award the winner of the belt. The 316 card needs Mr. 316, and that's the bottom line. But anyway, that's about wrestling. We have a decent card. Some good fights. There's 2 title fights. You've got Juliana Peña fighting Kayla Harrison, and you've got also Sean O'Malley fighting or trying to regain his title against Murad Dvalishvili. It's good fights. The first fight we're going to talk about, we have Vicente Luque is fighting Kevin Holland. Both coming off wins. Vicente coming off an anaconda choke against Femba Garimbo, and also Kevin Holland looked pretty good against Gunnar Nelson in I believe it was in London. So both coming off good wins. Both look very good. I don't know how it's going to go, to be honest. It's quite an even fight. It's quite a toss up. With both of them, it's kind of like who comes for it. Vicente has like the cleaner striking. He has like the nicer, cleaner, crisper striking. He has some really nice submissions. Very nice anaconda. Some good wins with that. Kevin Holland is a black belt, but I think if it in the grappling exchanges, I think Vicente will be stronger and a better grappler. And the striking, Holland's kind of got like that Nate Diaz kind of thing where he's long and wiry and throws a lot of volume. So I'm interested to see how that goes. It's kind of like crisp striking versus sort of volume and, you know, long slapping hooks and range of shots. So it's going to be interesting to see how that goes. I'm going to hedge a bet. I'd go towards Vicente with that one. Yeah, I just think he's a bit cleaner, crisper. I think Vicente Luque gets the win there. On to the second fight. I don't know if this is the official order, but this is the order I've got. Courtesy of Tapology.com. I don't know what happened to Sherdog, but every time I try and use Sherdog, it doesn't work. You know, so it was like the classic database of MMA information, but Tapology seems to be ruling the roost right now. If someone wants to explain below why that's happening, but yeah, you got Kelvin Gastelum fighting Joe Pyfer. I would say Pyfer, but all the time I hear commentary, they all say Pyfer. But everyone knows the Americans can't say anyone's name, but he is American, so maybe his name is Pyfer. But I just feel like that is like one of them silent sort of things, like a Pfeiffer, Joe Pfeiffer. Regardless, anyway, he's coming off a good win. He knocked out Marc-Andre Barriault. I think in I don't know when it was. Let me check for you. So he knocked out Marc-Andre Barriault a year ago. Just kind of swarmed him with shots and landed a really nice right after he hurt him, like sort of clipping shot. And before that, he lost to Jack Hermanson. Jack Hermanson's was a big step up at the time. Jack Hermanson's very good, and that was a big step up for his first sort of 5 rounds. He wasn't quite there. Jack kind of like brought him in and outworked him, out-veteraned him. But yeah, it's a good fight. Kelvin Gastelum's coming off of a win over D-Rod. Good fight. Kelvin's just, you never know what you're going to get with Kelvin at this point, and he's had through his career sort of discipline issues and weight issues. I believe that, this fight is at 185. Yeah, this fight is at 185. Kelvin's very talented, very good fighter. It's just a shame. I feel like he wastes a lot of that talent on poor discipline, and I don't know. I feel like he probably trains a lot, but like, you know, diet and things like that. Joe Pyfer, Joe P is a big boy at middleweight, which, you know, a lot of them are. Kelvin is very he's short at the weight, very small at the weight, short, stocky. I know he had a very good fight at middleweight with Izzy Adesanya. It was a great fight, really. Back and forth, got in his face, got after it, and made Israel dig deep, and they put on a classic. I just would rather see him at welterweight. I'd rather see Kelvin at welterweight. More because then when he's at welterweight, he isn't cutting corners. He is more disciplined. He has to be on. If he makes weight, that is, he's more disciplined. He's on the ball. Typically, what happens is guys like that go up a weight, and the discipline wanes a little bit because then they have a bit more weight to play with. Then they end up having the same kind of weight cut at the weight above because they put on more weight, and typically it's bad weight. So yeah, Anyway, I'm ranting on about weight. I should be talking about the fight. Kelvin needs to close the range, make it ugly. He had a hard time with Sean Brady. Just sort of Sean Brady got on him. I know he's a very good grappler, and he did the same thing to Leon. He got on him, took him down, submitted him. He looked very good doing so. Joe P is a very different style fighter. He's tall, strong, rangier. I just feel like I just see him getting sort of manhandled in this fight. I feel like Kelvin's going to struggle with the range. I feel like Joe P is going to keep him at the end of his strikes, kicks, punches, long right hands. I can't see Kelvin getting in based on current form, But you can't really count someone like Kelvin out because he does have all the skills, and if he is prepped and he's on it, he could perform some great stuff. I'm edging towards Joe Pyfer or Pyfer, but if I was a betting man, I wouldn't want to bet against Kelvin because you never know, he could show up and be a well beater. So let's see what we get with that one. I don't know, the order seems to be all over the place. I don't know if this is accurate, but you have a good fight. You have Mario Bautista fighting Patchy Mix. It's a very good fight. Patchy Mix is making his debut from Bellator. Yeah, he's a very good grappler. He's got like 13 submissions over like elite guys. I think he has like 2 knockouts. Knocked out Rafael Stotts with a nice knee, like a step-up knee. I believe that's right. I watched it. It was a nice clip. But he looks very good. I won't lie and tell you I've watched all his fights in depth and like followed his career from the beginning, but since he signed the UFC and like making a bit more noise and being on the circuit, I've heard people train with him and like how good his grappling is. Guys that I know are very good too. So yeah, he's legit. I think on the ground, I feel Patchy Mix definitely wins it. I think he would submit him. I think he gets the finish. Just from what I've seen, his grappling looks like a level above. His back control, his guillotines are great. His finishing on the back. Stop it. His finishing from there looks very good. And he's like a tall, rangy bantamweight, has good strikes. Step up knees I don't think would be so effective for someone like Mario Bautista because he's also a taller bantamweight. So that could be a tough one. I think Patchy's fought the higher level. Even though he hasn't been in the UFC, I think he's got a higher level opponents on his resume. Yeah, I know Bautista beat Aldo, but like, I mean, consistently, he has that big name on there, but he got a win over Ricky Simon, which is great. Yeah, that one, it was a little bit sus. It was a bit sus. But all in all, looks very good and a great game plan against Aldo. Aldo is always dangerous, and he just sort of stifled his game and shut him down. So there's that. But I just think consistently, the guys Patchy has beaten for consistently through there. He has more experience. I think he's 20-1. Yeah, he's just fought a higher level guys and got the wins. So I'm gonna go with Patchy Mix. I think if he gets it down, I think he gets the submission. But if it stays standing, it's pretty even. It's a toss up. So I don't really know on that front. But I feel there will be a grappling exchange and there will be some clinches. And I feel like Patchy will be able to get him down at some point. But I don't think he's a fish out of water either. He looks good on his feet. I just feel gets on the ground, he's got a big advantage there. Also, like there is heavyweight fights on this card. There's where is it? Johnny Walker's fighting light heavyweight on the undercard. Chaos Williams fighting Andreas Gustafsson. That's a good fight. Sergey Spivak is fighting W. Cortez Acosta. Big heavyweights, throwing some bombs. That's what we're all about. Co-main event. You've got the Women's Bantamweight Championship. You've got Kayla Harrison fighting Juliana Peña. I'll be honest, I'd kind of mostly watch guys in my division and people around my weight, so I don't follow much like with the women's division because I'm mainly focusing on my division and guys around my weight. That's what I tend to watch. I'm just checking. I've watched their fights recently. I just feel like Kayla Harrison's going to be too strong. I know Peña is a strong woman as well at bantamweight. She looked good clinching, striking's so. Kayla too, but her judo's very good and her grappling is improving. She's at the best team strategically. Their game planning and bringing people in and whatnot. They're going to be prepared for everything. And with her skill set, I'm sure it's going to be rapidly improving. You got that high level judo. It's quite easy to fix your problems around it. If I come in as a sick one punch knockout guy, I know everyone's trying to take me down. I know all I have to really focus on is my takedown defense. Not literally, but like if you're a fighter, you understand. If you're like a casual fan, maybe you take it literally. But no, what I mean is like you always want to go to someone's weaknesses and you always want to take away their strengths and stuff. So if someone has such great judo, then you just don't clinch with them and stay at range, you know what I mean? So for her, she needs to work on the other things, such as boxing, kicking, her submission game to complement her judo. Yeah, pretty straight up. So yeah, I'm going with Kayla Harrison. I just think she'll be too skilled in like the clinches. She'll throw her, control her, might even be too strong at range. Peña has very sort of like stiff, sort of slow striking. Okay, she's got some good jiu-jitsu, obviously. She is the champ. Good clinch and throws herself. I don't think she'll do, Holly tried to clinch for her. That looked like she tried to prove a point, but she was sort of getting thrown and she got mauled. But yeah, I just don't think Peña will get beat the way Holly Holm did. But I do feel like she'll sort of get out-muscled in the clinches and sort of thrown around still. On to the main event. Dvalishvili, the champion, fighting Sean O'Malley, number 2. Yeah, Merab fought Umar Nurmagomedov. Good fight, really high pace, and ultimately that was what won it. He just outworked him, out-hustled him, scored the takedowns, didn't get taken down, landed the better shots. Yeah, class performance. But O'Malley hasn't fought since then. He has not shown anything different, or he haven't been able to see what improvements he made. I know he claimed he had a labrum tear on his hip, I believe. Yeah, could be so. That's always kind of been a flaw people have always thought with O'Malley, is like to take him down. He's like a very accurate, long rangey striker. I don't know. I don't think he would lie. I don't think people straight up lie, but I don't know. Some people do, I guess. But yeah, he's made some changes. He claims he's off social media. I've seen some clips, but I don't think he's on Instagram himself. I think he stopped smoking the herb. He's actually locked into training now. He's actually training properly. And if all those factors are accurate and he has done all those things, good for him. Happy to hear. I don't think it really changes much, to be honest. I might be wrong, but I feel like Merab versus O'Malley is always sort of a 90-10 fight for Merab. Just style-wise, the pace he keeps, he smothers, he gets in pace, he takes you down, let you up, takes you down, let you up. Jumps on your back, he ain't trying to submit you, he's just trying to hold and take you down, try and take you down. He's going to kiss your neck. He's going to do all that funny stuff. He's having a good time. One thing I will say with Merab, though, he's so good, so high pace, but his head's all over the place. Like when he's fine, he's looking over here, he's doing this, he's doing that. I wouldn't be surprised if he got knocked out just like talking to the ref or something like that. So I wouldn't rule that out. And also, O'Malley is a sharpshooter. He is a very good, he plays a patient game. He sort of lulls you in with fakes and stuff. It's hard to do that against someone like Merab. He kind of ignores your fakes and sort of runs through you. So it's hard for that. I'd be interested though if he had a torn labrum generally on his hip. It would have been tough for him to throw knees. It would have been tough for him to throw kicks. It would have been tough for him to move around his feet. It looked like it was tough for him to do anything because he was just getting taken down and controlled and outworked. But I think it's a bad fight always for him. Any day of the week, him on his best day, I still feel it's a bad fight for him. But I think he can do some better stuff if he wasn't training and was just smoking and on Instagram doing dumb shit. Be interesting. I'm not arguing with myself. Yeah, I feel like you have to be very active with someone like Merab. You can't wait. You have to go, and I know it becomes sort of a difficult thing because you're constantly thinking like, what's he doing? When's he gonna shoot? When's he gonna shoot? With like Merab, it's not if he shoots, it's when he shoots, and he's gonna shoot, and he might shoot 10 times in a round. I don't know if it's a case of trying to time him. I think baiting him in is a hard one because he will just sort of clinch you and stall you out there and take you down. Yeah, so I feel you have to be the aggressor. You have to put him on the back foot. You have to like not let him come forward. And like when he's doing his mad things and like looking elsewhere and playing games, just get on him. You can't play into it and give him 10 seconds to fuck around. Like you have to be on it. And in the scrambles when he clinches, you cannot wait. I know John Wood is his coach now over Syndicate, and he's saying they want to turn all those things into finishes. You know, the fun stuff. Add the finishes. Possibly, you never know. Him chasing those finishes more and more could cause problems. You know, maybe he has a perfect algorithm and like what he's doing is working to win the decision. Someone like I can relate in fighting someone like Mosvar where he's very good at like controlling positions and you know the threat of the finish wasn't huge, but maybe if he really changed his style to chase finishes, maybe make him more vulnerable and then he become more susceptible to getting knocked out, more susceptible to getting submitted. But that's the sport. I think if I was to put money on either of them, I would bet on Merab. I think Sean O'Malley can cause him problems. I think in the clinches, like if he gets a body lock or he gets on the leg, he gets taken down. When he gets taken down, he has to scramble like fuck. Maybe adding some leg entanglements in there to get up to his feet. Like you have to outwork him, which does seem near impossible. But you have to, you have to go 5 rounds balls to the wall, and you have to try and win every second. You can't let him control and weigh. And when he's like doing his dances and shit like that, you have to get on him. Like no ego bullshit. I think you have to go. Knees, teeps seem to work really well for O'Malley. Jab feints, turn him off. Like as he shoots in, redirect lead hand, all those kind of things. But yeah, I think Merab's going to be too good. UFC 316. Hopefully Stone Cold makes an appearance, but I don't know if that makes any sense in New Jersey. It would be cool. Just my 2 cents on it. Stone Cold should be there and he should be presenting the belts. And the fight should also be in the Broken Skull Ranch, but that is another story. Let me know in the comments what you think, how you think the fights should go. Call me an idiot if you think I didn't watch some of them and maybe I should have done more in-depth breakdowns. Yeah, like, subscribe, leave a comment. We're going to be back with more content. And Almighty Merch currently has a sale on 40% off everything until June 9th, I believe. No code required. You just go on there and we've got free international shipping. Is that correct? Free international shipping. AlmightyMerch.co. Get over there, buy some shit. We're trying to make some make some room for new stock. And we've always got new stuff coming. And hopefully, in the next few months, we get back to full training and I could be on one of these cards. There's been some offers, but there's been rumors going around. Obviously, people tagging me and shit, but I ain't sparred this year yet, so probably not. But yeah, make of that what you will. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment on my cat. Yeah.